Well, howdy there, people. This is our final review of Temptation Island. All right, the final bonfire. Where it is now.
Yep. It's
I
all come
can,
down to this.
I cannot. I cannot. That's all I can say, bro. These people. Ooh, Jay, where you want to start? Where you want to start?
I mean, the difference between like what actually happened in the final episode to where they are now is like such a contrast. I mean, I guess we can go couple by couple and say what we saw in the final bonfire and where they are now. And then we can
Okay,
just knock it down like that.
okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, go ahead. You got it. You start us off.
Okay, so first up, we're Shantae and Rihanna. And
Oh,
with everything they've been to, the tumultuous relationship they have,
mhm.
and all the hard thinking that Shantae said she was going to do. For a minute, my good sister had me fooled and made me think she was choosing herself because she said she was going to leave alone.
Yes.
My mouth hit the floor. I was shocked, but I was so proud of her.
Mhm.
And then it just took a little bit. Well, you know my childhood, and you know my. And a couple tears from Rian, and the shackles were put back on, and she decided to leave with him. And I wrote idiot in my notes, all caps, exclamation point, three exclamation points, because I
Uh,
was just so excited for her to start anew and discover what else is out there. And at the last second, somehow, he snagged her back up after she ran to that corner, and the producer was trying to like tell her do what makes you happy on her final date. The guy was telling her do what makes you happy. The host was saying do what makes you happy, but everyone wanted the same thing for her, which was to decide to leave him. So
yes.
she fooled everybody at first, and then she changed her
Oh,
mind. And I wish once you said something you were locked in and you couldn't change.
right, bro. Like that pissed me off, bro. Like so much because I'm like, dude, I don't care what he says. Oh, I could be a better man now. No, you cannot. Go away.
Yeah,
Go
please,
away.
please, please,
Bye,
right
dude.
now.
You
Yeah.
had a you had Shorty licking on your neck. You had a full blown threesome. We don't know what else they cut out because we know Shorty Alexis is in or whatever. What was her name? Not Alex. What is her name? The little
I
Hispanic chick.
don't remember the
Hey,
threesome person that wasn't Courtney.
hey, yeah, that one court. She's in the wings. I know he hit her up. I know he did. I know he did. I know he did. I know he did. She hit him up. Matter of fact, I know how this went. She hit him up. Hey, just checking on you, see how you doing, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Blah 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 blah. And then she's like, so how's you and Shantae? Like like she just weases her way back
Yeah,
in there because
yeah,
she
for
was on
sure.
fine ball time.
For
She
sure.
wanted, she wanted, she wanted, you know, she wanted the
Yeah,
chocolate, and
yeah,
she was committed. She was committed, and Shantae looked like she was folding underneath the weight of the chocolate. Like he over there crying and man, get that out of here, man. Them crocodile tears.
I just can't. It's like how many times have they been through a similar situation? Because I think the way it was so easy for him to
Mm-hmm.
have the threesome and to say that he didn't regret it, it's happened before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how many times has he cried at the last second and she stayed?
Yeah.
And then she just keeps falling for that mess time after time after time. And it's like, at some point, stand up for yourself, girl, please. I
Stand
feel like
up.
I need to shake her.
Stand up.
I need to shake some sense into her. Her mom, her aunt, somebody from her family.
Yeah, for real, for real. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even yeah, I don't even know, man. That's whew.
But in their in the Where Are They Now article with
Hmm.
Netflix, luckily they are not together anymore by the grace of God. I
Yeah.
don't know what intervened. I don't know if Brian cut it off. Because honestly, probably unfortunately, it was probably him who cut it off
I
before
mean,
Shantae. I don't know.
I I
The
I,
way she's latched on to him, I find it hard to believe she broke it off.
I think he did because remember originally he chose another woman over her. He folding for that little
Mm,
Hispanic chick. I know he is. That hug told me everything I needed to know. He definitely going back for that. Seconds, thirds, fourth, fifths. He's his
tense.
body. Yeah, his body is weak. The flesh is weak. Maybe there's something we ain't see. Maybe he's pursuing a Maya. I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know what that dude is on, but I know he ain't finna be faithful. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well,
That is not a faithful man
no.
at all.
Maybe at some point in his life. I don't know. Hopefully, he'll learn that lesson. And if not, then maybe the monogamous life is not for him. I mean, he talked about polyamory a little bit
Mhm.
sometime in the show, so maybe that's more his lifestyle choice.
Yeah, he need to pick up Courtney. You know what I'm saying? Get you a good Tim Duncan on your team when you're gonna become polyamorous. You need you a Tim Duncan, okay? Okay, so boom, you got Tim Duncan, and you pick up
Mhm.
a good point guard. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a Steph Curry because Steph Curry is an all star. Okay, you need somebody solid. You need somebody that's going to be there day in and day out. So you need either Tony Parker or a Derek Fisher. Somebody that's going to put up solid numbers, but not be too much. And that's the little Hispanic choice. Okay, you get those two, and then you can build your harem from there, my guy. But yeah, you need help. Get therapy.
Please, please. And I hope this time of singleness for Shantae leads to some therapy for her too and more self confidence.
So
And I hope she never accepts being treated like that again because you just can't have trust. It's hard to have trust with anyone again after they betray you. Even if you're like,
100%.
oh, well, I want to see if they really change, like it's still in the back of your mind always.
In 4K. You watched it in 4K. That's burnt into your mind.
It
Haunted
is.
Island scenic.
And
Scenic,
it's like
mind you.
wherever you go for the rest of your life, like you will be known as the girl who got cheated on with a threesome. Like
Bruh,
people are automatically gonna feel sad for you every time they see you out.
man,
Or if they see you out having a good time, it's gonna be like, oh, that's nice. She deserves it. You know, like it's always gonna be people feeling sorry for her.
I bet the church is not kind to stuff anyway. And I know once they seen them on TV, I know they weren't kind about that. And then I know people were finding her online and just messaging her. She getting spammed to death.
Oh,
Leave him, leave him, leave him,
I
leave him,
know.
leave him.
I I just know if I scroll through her DM requests, like that's like the messages everyone is saying to her.
Praying for you, girl. Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, I feel so bad for her. But like good now because she
Hmm.
needs this. So
Right. Facts.
yeah.
Who we? So who you want to go to next? Where we going next?
Let's do Ashley and Grant.
So okay, wait. Can I start? Can I start?
Yeah, yeah.
When he was crying on her shoulder, I'm like, yo, this man just lost his best eater. Like on me, he did. That's how he looked. I was like, I know that look. Like he was like, oh my god, she chose to be with another man too. He got what I got. No, he was
Yeah.
hurt about that.
I noticed it was like he was crying anyways, but when she said she was leaving with Danny, the tears were just multiplied.
Yeah, that
He
ego.
was like, I
Mm.
cannot believe this.
Ego sunk, man.
Yeah, but I mean, Grant had that coming. Wait, I loved how Ashley came up and he tried to hug her, and she's like, "I'm good."
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
I was like, she doesn't even want you to touch her. Like, it's beyond done.
Which is good because she was the first person to get cheated on, like for
Yeah,
no reason. Like, bro folded for just no reason. He didn't even have to do that. He just like,
he didn't.
what? Eh, let's do this.
I don't get his reasoning for like the whole time I was only thinking about your feelings. I didn't consider mine. Like I really don't understand his logic
He's
on
lying.
like I don't
He's lying. As a
I don't
man,
get
I was
that.
like, my nigga, no. What are we
Like
talking about?
yeah, what are we talking about? Okay. Good. I'm glad I'm really trying to like see it from your perspective. I don't think what you did is right, but I'm trying to figure out how you thought you were not considering your own feelings, and that's all I saw from you.
Grant
So,
Grant does not say anything of value ever. Ever. Like he says a bunch of stuff, and at the end of it, I go, but what do you want? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, please just say what you're trying to say.
he's very contradicting of himself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, one thing that did surprise me is the fact that he wanted to leave alone because I thought he was going to be the one to leave with Natalie. But he was like, no, I'm just
Let
going to.
me let me
What?
tell you why. Let me tell you
What?
why. That's player. That's a player mindset. Even the tears and all of that. That's all manipulation. Because if he leaves alone, that means he's choosing himself. Which means he leaves the door open for her to come back around, even as a friendship.
Mm,
So then he can swing. He could spin the block. He could spin the
mm,
block successfully because he didn't choose another woman over her. He chose nobody. And then he also keeps his options open to where, oh, I chose myself. I've been working on myself. Natalie, you want to hang out? You want to go on a trip? Whatever. Woo, doo, doo. Like it leaves the door open. It's game. It's textbook.
mm.
I knew what he was doing as soon as he did it. I said, you
I
dog.
thought that was
He's a
noble of
dog.
him to do, but I guess not.
No, he's a dog. That's why I told you in my worst day, before we started, in my worst days, I wish I was as cold as him. Like this man is cold. Dog supreme. Dog
And
supreme.
he kind of like I remember one thing she touched on is like I knew you were going to do this as soon as we got here. And he kind of is like, well, I kissed her or I did that because I knew you knew I was going to do that. And I'm like, what? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
What are we talking about, Grant?
yeah, that
Please
don't
shut
make
up. Please just be quiet. You're making it
yeah.
worse.
I will say though, Ashley leaving with Danny caught me off guard. Like it,
That
that
surprised
caught
me
me all
too.
the way off guard. I'm like, and then she's telling Danny like, "Oh, I know you're surprised that I chose." Yeah, I didn't think you would too.
Yeah, I think she really wanted Grant to suffer.
She wanted, she just wanted some new meat for a while. That's all. That's all. She had a young dude. She had a young dude stage. Had a little fun.
Yeah.
Went back to normal. Went back to her
Yeah.
normal. He can't provide for her lifestyle and the things that she wants to do. She definitely gives like high maintenance. I want this. I want that. Take me here. Take me there. You know what I'm saying? I want to be provided for type energy. That she gives.
Mhm.
You know.
And Danny was pretty young, right? Like 22?
Yeah, he's 22. He barely take
Mhm.
care of himself.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is.
So, and then in their aftermath article, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, you read through it fast, so you can summarize.
Okay, so look, y'all, listen. The level of debauchery in this is crazy. So you have uh Ashley saying, "Oh, you know, I was with him, I was with Danny for a while, but then I realized it kind of fizzled out to just a friendship." Yeah, because he wasn't able to be a man and provide the things that you're normally used to because you You consider yourself a baddie. Like you carry yourself like one. I know I'm pretty, blah blah blah. Do for me. Like he's not able to do for you. He's just not. And that's what you're used to. You're used to somebody doing for you. He just don't have the capabilities right now. Like if he was older, if he was 32 instead of 22, he'd probably be able to do stuff you like, and then y'all would have stayed together. But he's still figuring it out. He probably just
Mhm.
barely graduated college, so he
Mhm.
just got his first job. Not even his big boy job. He got his first job. So,
Yeah.
you just there's that. So they broke up. She broke things off with him. But then she said she likes to flirt with Logan on the side at times, but she don't want to be with him because he reminds her of Grant.
And Logan's also young.
Yeah, and
So,
Logan's also 22. Which means what I interpreted as flirt, okay, and y'all could say whatever you want to about me, is that she wanted to try what I'm saying, try the food out on that aisle. What I'm saying? See where that went as well. What I'm saying? She's like I said, she's just as player as Grant is. They actually are both super toxic and meant for each other. They're gonna hurt each other in perpetual. I'm trying to think of the word. I'm trying. It starts with a P. I can't say it right now.
perpetually?
Yeah, in perpetuity. In perpetuity, they're gonna hurt
Okay.
each other for perpetuity. Yeah, yeah. Always, it's a forever thing. Okay, they're locked in. They're yin and yang of evil. All right. um,
Of
now,
evil is crazy.
Danny's just like, oh yeah, whoop whoop. I had a great time. It was nice getting to know her. She's still a friend. Blah blah blah. He said standard stuff. Then you go to Grant is trying to like play it off like, oh yeah, everything was just cool, me and I still talk to Ashley here and there, what I'm saying? I still check in on Natalie, but I'm really just taking the time to work on myself and choosing myself, blah 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 blah. Yeah, 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 bro. You're lying. You're
One
lying.
thing I did notice from his is he said that he was it I think it was Grant. He said he was, like, going to places maybe they used to go to or near Ashley's house hoping to run into her, which is
Right.
weird, stalkerish, weird,
Yeah, which is
especially if you've moved on or whatever.
yeah. Yeah, I did omit that part. So yes, thank you. Yeah, he did say that. Weirdo, but at the same time, this is where it gets good. Okay. Natalie goes, oh, he did this grand gesture. He flew me out on one of his work trips. We went out, we had a great time. It was amazing, blah, 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 blah. He chased after me in the airport talking about I want you, I want to be with you, all those
Which
stuff.
is
Being all
Grant
dramatic.
behavior, apparently.
Yeah, which is Grant. Peak Grant, okay? All that to keep her on the hook and string so he can keep playing the game, okay? He is a player through and through, okay? He overextends his hand all the time, but he is a player through and through. You don't have to do all of that, but hey, it's neither here nor there. I'm not that guy. But anyway, at the end of the day, Natalie goes, so the reason they ain't together is because he got back with Ashley. Ashley came back into the picture, which I'm not surprised. Why? Because they are both toxic.
I
They're
was
both
so
toxic.
surprised by that. The way she was like, "I'm leaving with Danny," and I didn't think her and Danny would be forever, but the way she was like, "Don't even touch me, don't even breathe in my direction, blah, blah, blah. Ew, Grant." I did not think they would get back together, especially
Hmm.
to the point where he's dating Natalie in the aftermath, and he cheats on Natalie with Ashley.
Hmm. Yeah,
And now they're in this cycle of
it's
cheating on each other.
Ashley's ego. She wants to know I can take him back from Natalie. It's an ego thing because for her, she's like, you can't have mine, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not even half the woman I am, blah, blah, blah. It's ego. It's ego, it's pride. And then also it's unresolved feelings. Like they'll never be done with each other. They're always gonna, as long as one of them is single, they're gonna circle around each other
They need
forever.
to move to
Yeah.
different states, different sides of the country,
It's
and
not
then they
gonna
might
happen.
still book a flight to each other.
They're still booty calling to this day. They might have did it this weekend and then went to church together in the morning.
For Easter.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like they are bad. They are bad. Leave them. If you run into them, leave them alone. Hold up a picture of the other person and go back. Go back. They belong together.
I think so. If they're just gonna keep cheating on each other with other
Hmm.
people, like it's just why not just be together and figure your mess out? I mean, at one of
Hmm.
these times, it might end up in having a kid, and now we're forced to be together long term. But
Hmm.
so that's a freaking and Natalie seemed like she said she didn't shed any tears. She wasn't distraught at all. Like she don't even care.
I
So
mean, yeah, duh, cause she young and she fine. She got options. Like she like, I don't care. I got flowed out somewhere else last weekend, so who cares? Like she living that life. She living that hot girl life. Like she's 22, and you see how she was getting down on the show. You know she out here getting down.
yeah, oh for sure,
Yeah, she was the first one to pop the cherry on getting it popping.
she
She's the first
was.
one. So she the hot pocket. I already knew what was going on.
I'm sure now, especially with her being on Netflix, them DMs are blowing up, and
Oh
she could
yeah.
not care less about Grant.
Yeah, she got a. There's some NBA player that had her at the game. There's some.
Probably, if not, it's on the way.
Oh yeah, yeah. Baseball, football. You know, they circle the same women. She's fine enough. She'll get. She's integrated now. She's a little famous. She's integrated. Okay.
All right. Next up, we can do Tyler and Taylor.
Who? I'll let you start. I'll let you start. I'll let you start because that was a lot.
I just feel like, um,
Oh, George.
so Taylor came. She was obviously very angry, and
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, I feel like he was listening to what she had to say, but he really didn't care. And he was just saying how, he's
Mm-hmm.
bounced around from marriage to this to blah, 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 and all that. And the way you hear him talk about how, oh, I'm not going to do Kay that way, you think, like, oh, okay, Tyler's choosing himself.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he decides to leave with Kay, and Taylor decides to leave by herself. Not surprised by that, saw that coming. She has some internal work. Everybody on the show needs therapy. But probably except for Alexa and Lino now. But
Yeah, yeah.
but Taylor decided to leave herself. So good, so glad
Mm-hmm.
she didn't try to so glad Ashante and Brianna wasn't pulled. And then
Yeah.
Tyler was like, "Well, yeah, I had a great connection with Kay. Like, I'm leaving with Kay."
Mm-hmm.
And that was completely shocking to me. As I said before, I thought he was really going to work on himself and all that. And I just, I need him to spend some time alone. Spend some time by yourself,
So,
please.
did I tell you that after we recorded last episode, or before, or during last episode, last thing we recorded, where I was like, "Yo, he has a thing for touch and like he
You
needs
said
somebody in his bed." Like, you know what I'm
you
saying? Like,
said that.
it's like I can read him like a book. I'm like, bro is weak in this area. He does not know how to be alone. He does not desire it. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? Like he gonna fold every time. And anytime there's a space where there could be a woman there, because him and Kay, like they're pretty far apart. Like I bet money. Anyway, like just to really talk about what he has going on in the
Hmm.
thing. Their back and forth was so just like stupid to me. Like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like it was really stupid, but I'm like, why are y'all being this way towards each other? And Mark had to sit there and go, look, talk about how you feel. They were just over there, just going at each other's neck. I was
That's
like,
what I'm like.
yo,
Taylor was like pouring her heart out, and Tyler did not care. And she was just like, I just wanted that to be with you. And I don't know what aspect of their relationship she was really stuck on. Like,
hmm
I don't know if it's because maybe Tyler's a cute guy and she'd like that as aspect because obviously she's complaining about how he didn't have a job for the last year. So I'm
hmm
like, what are we still like? That seems to me be your main complaint. So what are we like really holding on to? Because she's sitting here saying like, Tyler, I really wanted that to be with you, and It's like, but you haven't been happy with him for such a long time, so I really didn't even understand why she was still
Yeah.
pouring her heart out to him, and he did not care at all.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, he was talking about how, because even then she still did it. Like, I think maybe there was a chance of him coming around if she didn't still attack him, like his manhood and him wanting to pursue his dreams. Like, there's a way to have that conversation without attacking him. Like, and I think that piece for him was why like he was wanting to like go out there and like do something else, because he needed a different type of connection that like supported him, like just fully supported him and where he's going. um
Mhm.
um uh but I don't think there was much else really to really talk about of their bonfire besides they were just being really mean. uh
Yeah.
like, but where he's going, where they are now, uh I'm
Ridiculous, but so true of your statement that he always needs somebody by his
yeah.
side.
So Tyler being signed to a modeling agency and him then leaving Kay for somebody else, I'm not surprised because he probably met another pretty model that's all up under him and able to be there right then and there. And
Mhm.
that's what he wants. He just wants somebody there.
Yeah, I
And
I saw the article was like his friend introduced him to this girl named Lauren, and now not only did they hit it off, but they're in a relationship. I don't know how long ago this was filmed, but I thought Tyler should at least have a year to himself. And
yeah,
for Netflix to write that article earlier this month and say you're in a relationship, it doesn't seem like you spent a whole lot of time alone.
yeah, I think it's about 6 months from when they filmed it to when they released
Okay.
from what I'm able to gather, because it seems like everybody's talking about months, months, plural, months, 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 months,
Okay.
which makes sense why they're still engaged, and not married. Because
Mhm.
I'm like something, yeah, 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 dude need help, bro. Dude need help. Like, why do you need somebody there that bad? He has abandonment issues or he has insecurities or something. He needs a therapist so bad.
But they both do. Taylor has abandonment issues too.
Yeah, yeah. That's why they're attracted to each other.
Makes sense.
You you seen
But
the
latch
you seen the
on
wounded
and
child.
be good to each other.
Yeah, you seen the wounded child at the bar, and saying she clung to him. They were both orphans, and then they
Mm.
found a home together. And then your orphan turned around and made a midlife crisis decision and decided to pursue a new career and try and like live out his dreams.
And I think just to save everyone some time, like
Yeah.
from the beginning, if she wasn't supportive of his model dream, she could have like decided to be like, "Hey, I still love you, but I'm
Hmm.
gonna take a step back from this relationship as you figure this out.
Hmm.
And maybe like once you figured out your career, we can come together and join." And that might have been beneficial. He probably would have got with somebody else in that time,
Of
knowing
course.
him now. But they
Yeah.
could have come back together and eventually got married.
Yeah. No.
No?
No. No. You are so optimistic. You are so hopeful. No. 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 That man underneath it all, like because of that neediness, he's a dog too. He's Grant with a conscience. Grant has
Okay.
no conscience. That's what makes him so bad. He has no conscience. He has nothing holding
Mhm.
him accountable. He's just spewing whatever he feels at the moment. Um,
Mhm.
but uh, Tyler has a conscience, which is what makes him what he is. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
That's all.
just
Yeah, Jesus Christ. They're all three of them were so bad.
how
Breon,
old is Tyler?
Tyler's like 28 or 30. Like he's up
Okay.
in age. He's up there in age. Like I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
feel like everyone was like, I don't think anybody may have been older than 30, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Hmm.
I feel like everyone was like mid to late 20s.
Hmm.
Regardless, I guess it doesn't matter because
No, I think. Well, yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter. It really don't.
there's still no maturity at that big age,
Yeah,
whatever it is. So
yeah. Um, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to add. I ain't got nothing else to add, bro. Why you do K like that? I guess that's my question to him. Why you do K like that? Like if you knew what you know about yourself, he knows it. Like why? Just because you wanted somebody there, just because you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Get your Elmo tickled, like you wanted to get,
yeah,
saying you wanted to dip in the garden. Like why, bro? There's no reason for that.
and he literally said he wasn't going to. That's the crazy part. But
Oh, he definitely did
he
that last night, and he kept
he
doing it.
he could have just, I guess, walked away like Grant, unfortunately, and had ulterior motives. But I think maybe just seeing him walk away by himself would have been a better ending to this part of the story
Yeah,
versus to walk away with someone and then not only are you not with them or your original partner, but a whole new person
yeah,
who now has to be, and you're not just like seeing them, like you're in a relationship and then they now have to watch you go through all this turmoil with people talking about the show after it comes out and then possibly new people sliding into your DMs now that you're a
yeah.
model and you have some level of fame and then the cycle could just repeat itself.
Yeah, and that I seen there too. They did a podcast interview, and I'm just looking at him like, bro, you disgust me, bro. You disgust me.
Who's the most disgusting?
Like, no, oh, no, I'm saying, Taylor on some level he disgusts me, like, because he's a different type of animal because you're wasting people's time, like that they don't get back. Like at least Grant up front is like, I'm a piece of shit, and if you keep dealing with me, I'm a piece of shit. It's the same with Breon. Breon, you know he's a shitty dude. You know he's gonna cheat for off rip. Like you know it. He has all the tendencies there, and he's
I
like,
feel like you could see that even being a girl in the house with Breon, but maybe not a girl in the house with Grant because Grant locked in on Natalie and
no,
seemed like he was going for one person.
yeah,
So you may not assume that about him.
no, he's the worst type of dog because he conquers the territory, he established dominance over it, and then he gets you into his manipulation web, so then he can keep you in the gauntlet. And keep you running in the gauntlet. And as long as he keeps
Hmm.
running the gauntlet, he always has access. He's one of those. He keeps checking to see if he has access over and over and over and over again. He's the worst. That's the worst kind because they waste. Well, that's one of the worst kinds. Like he does it like one at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
uh Taylor is like doing it all over the place. Like, oh, I got a new
Tyler.
connection. Yeah, I got a new
Yeah.
connection. I got a new connection. Oh, I love you. Like he got problems,
Yeah. He might
and
be like a
he takes a
serial
long
love bomber.
and he takes a long time to make the decision too. So he just ruining somebody's life that's sitting there trying to love him the whole time. Meanwhile, he's just like, you're useful.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah,
And Kay seemed to like, I don't know much about her, but she seemed to really like him too. So, dang, Tyler.
yeah. That's the beauty of being toxic. I love you.
Well, we can end with a happier note.
Yes.
And Alexa and Lino, they
Thank
came
God.
together. They talked about how much they loved each other, missed each other. And I loved Alexa's speech to him, where she was saying, like, you know, you are my first choice. I want you to understand that, like, forever.
Mhm.
And I I'm independent and like I don't need you, but like I really want you in my life and all that. And I just really liked her speech to him.
Yeah.
And he
Mhm.
was taking kind of so long to pull out the ring. I was like, has he changed his mind last
Bro,
minute?
I thought he was gonna do it right there at the bonfire thing. I said, what the fuck is
I
going
thought
on?
I thought so too. His answers were so quick, but I thought his answers were gonna be like segueing into it. And I'm like, okay. And then like the host is like, okay, guys, like you're free to go. And he doesn't. I'm like, so did he change his mind last
Right.
minute? But the show wouldn't have included all that if he was
Hmm.
going to change his mind. But then they had this whole little like flower set up after where
Yeah,
he proposed to her.
that was
So
beautiful.
yay. We
I'm,
ended
I'm
up with
actually
some
happy for
happy
them.
news.
I'm actually happy as hell for them.
I am too.
Yeah,
Very.
like that's what you want to see. Like that's the type of
Yes.
stuff you want to see. Somebody
Yeah.
somebody winning, somebody surviving, a couple surviving.
Because nobody else, 75% of the couples did not make it.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. It's That's trash. That's trash, man. I bet
Yeah.
Brian's having a threesome right now.
Don't say that, but
I'm
probably,
serious. Yeah,
honestly.
I'm serious. I'm
I
serious.
did I did think it was interesting how Lino said like Alexa was his first and last love, and I think ordinarily it's a sweet thing, but I feel like I would be a little bit scared because if someone says that, what if in the future they want to try something else out? But I feel like because he had always moved to wherever she went, or there was some type of
Hmm.
strong commitment, I feel like it's not something she has to worry about. And now he's been put in this situation and it still wasn't something. But I think ordinarily I'd be like a little scared. But in
Yeah,
their case, it's very sweet.
yeah, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, yeah. I hope for the best for them both. I really do. I need that. And then I sent you that podcast so that they did together, and I was like, okay, I'm like, this seemed pretty cool. But every time jump skipped in time, Grant was talking, and I'm just like, Jesus, how much airtime did he get? Like,
I have
unfortunately,
to check
nobody
it
else
out
talking. Yeah.
because I've been trying to not have anything like spoil
Mm-hmm.
the ending, even though I mean I could have guessed the couples that were gonna work out and that were not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
that was obvious. That was, oof,
yeah,
oof.
that was I don't know, like people say the show The
Mhm.
Ultimatum is like a horrible show to go on if you want
Yeah.
your relationship to last, but I now feel like it is this show. Like
Oh
this is the
yeah.
absolute worst.
Easily by far, top 10, top
Yeah.
10 worst.
Yeah. But I hope Alexa and Lena successfully make it to marriage. That
Baby.
would be the biggest bomb if that didn't work out, but I really don't foresee that happening.
Yeah. 'Cause if it was gonna break, it would have broke here.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
what a season that was.
that's just so crazy. Like I'm really like I'm really in awe like of where they are now versus how they started. I'm like, really, we're at only one couple was successful. Period. Like even of the sub
Oh, I know, right?
like
Like the new connections.
yeah, like nothing, nobody. What?
Nobody.
Y'all need help.
Mm-mm.
Y'all need help.
I just don't. And maybe with a different cast, it would have been different, but it
Hmm.
seems like the place in which everybody came in this relationship,
Yeah.
it already, like, I think Alexa and Leno's betrayal type thing was at the beginning when she started being exclusive with everyone
Hmm.
else. But it seemed like everyone else, it was like somewhat in the relationship when the cheating had happened.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I know they said like Grant cheated on Ashley so not far into the relationship, but still it
Yeah.
was kind of like after
Yep.
it had begun. I don't know. So
Yeah. He did that shit. He was ready to cheat.
couldn't wait.
Hmm.
Couldn't wait. And I know now at some point they'll probably be on the Netflix rejects type shows where whether it be I don't know. Netflix has some shows that they'll put everybody who's been rejected on other
Hmm.
dating shows together. So we might see more of them in the future.
Yeah, they'll be on
But
Pop the Balloon.
maybe I haven't checked that one out yet. So
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It don't hit the same to me. Like it just don't hit the same.
okay, I believe you. I heard nothing but bad reviews about the first episode. So
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing because it's low key broadcasting live when they do it too, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, this is stupid. Like, why do this?
Netflix trying to be different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any final thoughts about the season that you haven't
No.
touched on?
Hide your kids, hide your wives. Okay. If you can't throw that man, don't trust that man.
And if he cheated on you once, just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice, or vice
Let it go
versa.
immediately.
If it happened
Immediately.
once, it will happen again. It'll just
Mm-hmm.
take you longer to find out about it.
Yep. For
So,
sure.
free yourself before you end up like Shantae, because nobody wants to be a Shantae.
Bro, that's the most embarrassing moment on television. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like he like two of them on camera.
I mean, he could have had an orgy with the whole house, and she still.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that. I hate to say that, but it's true.
Good grief. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The disgust on your face.
Bro, because he just makes me so mad. As a fellow black man, he makes me mad.
She makes me mad as a fellow black woman.
What
That's
do
why
you
I
do?
literally said I feel like I need to shake her.
Yeah. Yeah, she got to get off her knees, man. That's crazy.
Couldn't be my friend, girl. You not embarrassing me out there like that. No way.
Mm-hmm. Ooh wee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the final episode review. All right. If y'all want us to review something else together, put that in the comment section. Okay, put it in the comment section down below. All right,
Please.
or spam us in other comments. Spam us.
Yes.
Let us know you want this, and we will spin the block and deliver.
Yeah. This was fun. I really like talking about this with you, and this show was so full of drama that there was never really a boring moment. There was always
Dude,
something good to talk about every episode. So
I will never forget how boring the girl's house was versus the guy's
it
house.
was
Like
it was
every time,
awful.
they were going crazy. I was like, man, this is
It did
ridiculous.
not turn up until Ashley realized she was done with Grant. Then it
Mm-hmm.
was like starting to get heated.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be safe to say Ashley was probably the group leader in that house. We
Mm-hmm.
talked about it last episode, which
Yeah.
makes sense, right? You said Grant was the leader of one house and Ashley was the leader
Mm-hmm.
of the other.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yep. They're both crazy. And people go, "Oh yeah, they're kind of crazy. Let's
Let's
make."
just listen. Let's just be on their good side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna get up out of here. Y'all stay blessed. Have a blessed day.
Bye. Thanks for